Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases, unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online, and a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business, you'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
Badass of the Week is produced by High Five Content and $7 Productions. June 18, 1896. The Baltimore summer heat is thick. The air in the stadium is electric. At the plate stands Hughie Jennings, the fiery shortstop for the Baltimore Orioles, a man who treats a baseball diamond like a trench in a war zone. Looming across from him is Amos Rusi, the Hoosier Thunderbolt, a pitcher known for throwing with terrifying, unrefined velocity. Jennings doesn't care. He crowds the plate, his toes practically touching the line, leaning his chest over the strike zone as if daring Rusi to come inside on him. It's a game of chicken Jennings has played his entire life. Last season, he was hit by 51 pitches, a record that still stands today as the most punishing, bone-bruising season in the history of baseball. Rusi winds up and unleashes a fastball that moves like a bullet. The ball slams directly into Jennings' temple, dropping him to the dirt like he's been shot. The crowd goes silent. The trainers rush out. But Jennings, a man who started working in the coal mines of Pennsylvania at the age of 9, doesn't know how to stay down. He staggers to his feet, shakes his head to clear the fog, and trots to first base without a single grimace. He refuses to give the pitcher the satisfaction of seeing him hurt. But something is wrong. Beneath the surface, Jennings has a fractured skull. His brain is beginning to bleed. Most men would be dead before they hit the ground. Hughie Jennings stays in and finishes the game. It's only after the final out that the world catches up to him. Jennings collapses and slips into a coma that lasts for 4 days. The doctors aren't sure he'll survive. But a week after taking a major league fastball to the skull, Hughie Jennings wakes up, rests for a couple days, and walks back onto the field. He doesn't just play a week after his injury, he dominates, finishing the season with a staggering .355 batting average. He's the ultimate throwback to an era of grit we simply don't see anymore. A man who looked death in the eye and told it to get back into the dugout. Hello, and welcome back to Badass of the Week, the show where we tell the badass history of badasses. I am joined today by a very special guest. He is a baseball historian on Instagram, where he tells weird stories from baseball history. Please welcome Jon Franklin to the show. Jon, thank you so much for coming on here and talking to me today.
Oh, what's up, Ben? Yeah, thanks. I'll take baseball historian. That is probably one of the cooler bios that I get ever. So thank you for recognizing game. I appreciate that.
When I searched you, it came up. You came up as internet personality, which I think can mean a lot of things. So I decided it was probably better to go with baseball historian. It makes you sound more legit, which helps our show, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, internet personality could mean anything. But yeah, baseball's my thing. Baseball's my jam. So I appreciate you niching it down for me for the wider public.
Yes. So I guess my first question for you is, how did you kind of fall into doing baseball history on Instagram?
Yeah.
Funny baseball history on Instagram.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, well, I love the game. Like, I love baseball. Like, I'm certainly not a baseball traditionalist, like a purist by any sense of the term. Like, I just grew up loving it. Like, grew up in suburban New Jersey, playing wiffle ball with my buddies every summer. Like, wasn't the best baseball player, but I just geeked on the history of the game. So, like, I could name players. I would play, like, MVP Baseball 2005, and just, like, hours and hours of my day would be that, and, like, pretending to be, like, Derek Jeter in my backyard and, like, soft tossing it to myself. And then, like, slowly got more and more, like,
every kid from that time period practiced that, like, shortstop grab, jump, Jeter throw
Yes.
Never with any accuracy, but everybody tried it.
Dude, I would throw a baseball into a bush and like that would be my first baseman until like I really had friends. And like I love the game, man. And like the thing is, like when I started doing the social media stuff, I was doing general comedy things and like, which is great. Like I love to make people laugh. And after a while, I was like, baseball is just so naturally funny and sports in general. But like, there's something about baseball that's because it's been around forever and like it's just so old that the beginnings of it are just so hysterical, which we'll get into today. There's so many. You
have 100 years of history, right? 1890s, 1880s. Like stuff was weird back then, and dude, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, like the slow pitch era, like the New York game. Like I took history of baseball class in college. Like you just realize that baseball is like a game made up by a group of idiots that were just like buddies, like drinking buddies that became like America's pastime. So like it's the best.
My brother has a theory that ice hockey was invented in like they invented a game and then they were like, wouldn't it be funny if we tried to do this on ice skates?
Yeah, like it literally, like I swear, like it's like the Robin Williams on golf bit where it's like men just wanted to make things difficult for themselves. Like they wanted to prove a point. Like baseball is like there was no foul territory when baseball first started. Like you could hit it, which is apparently coming back now with a different baseball league. Like there are pitching plays where like you get it in the stands and the fans are a part of the game. Like I don't know, like they're like stupidity is cyclical and baseball is like a perfect example of it.
Yeah, I think in the old days, like in the early days, the ball could bounce once, and if you caught it, they were out.
Yes, yeah,
and then they were just like, actually, never mind, let's not do that anymore.
Yeah, and like there was like pitching was like started underhand, and people were like, well, that feels too easy, and like not like softball underhand is fucking hard. I mean, like just literally like here, hit it, like what soft toss is into
like
a cage.
Softball.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I play and people still find a way to strike out at that though.
Yeah, well, apparently you can be nasty at that, which is like a whole other thing. Yeah, man, like it's the game is like when you talk about like beginnings of baseball, like there are stories of like, I think his name was Ray Caldwell, got struck by lightning in the middle of pitching and finished the game and then collapsed. Like they're just like these crazy early baseball stories where you're like, oh, like these are just like plumbers that decided to have some fun. And like,
yeah, it's just crazy. Beer league behind the bar, like a dog runs onto the field and attacks the third baseman and like, whatever, just keep playing.
Yeah, there were no fences.
Inside the park home run.
Yeah, there were no fences. Like you would hit it and it would go onto a street and they'd be like, well, we got to get the ball. Like it's in play. Like it's just an insane game. And like, I love it now, but like there's something so great about it then. It's just so perfect in its infancy that just like I geek out on it.
Yeah. I think about that like watching like high school football where it's messy and it's not quite as the plays aren't as polished as they are in the college or the pros. And so it's just a little messier and a little bit weirder and a little bit more unpredictable. And that's kind of what we're talking about today. So I was like, okay, pick a guy from baseball history that you think is weird. And you came up with Hughie Jennings and he's a deep cut. Yeah.
He's
I know
Wikipedia
stuff about baseball.
legend.
I follow baseball history. I know a lot about baseball, but this one for me, I was like, okay, I've got to know more. I've got to look it up. So I got his biography. I went through it.
He's a good one to know more.
Yes, he's a good one to know more. So we are gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna go from the coal mines of Pennsylvania to Cooperstown, talk about a guy who is the all-time leader in being hit by a baseball. And the only manager that could put up with Ty Cobb. So, all right. He also, I think, invented the idea of skateboarding backyard pools without a skateboard. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about Hughie Jennings.
You thought this was your run club era. Turns out, it was more of a thinking about run club era. The good news? Someone's marathon training is about to start. Sell your workout gear on Depop. Just snap a few photos, and we'll take care of the rest. They get their race day fit, and you get a payout for trying. Someone on Depop wants what you've got. Start selling now. Depop, where taste recognizes taste.
Chronic migraine is 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It prevents on average 8 to 9 headache days a month versus 6 to 7 for placebo.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
We gather here tonight to bring women back to their rightful place.
The Testaments, a new Hulu original series from the executive producers of The Handmaid's Tale.
It's easier to accept a story than believe that the people around you are monsters.
The battle isn't over.
There comes a time when you have to take action, when you have to choose your own destiny.
Never quite as it seems.
Watch the new Hulu original series, The Testaments, streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
All right, welcome back to Badass of the Week. I am here with Jon Franklin. And Jon, the story of Hughie Jennings starts with a nice little bit of old school child labor.
Yeah, I mean, it's as like, this is as 1800s America as you get, is Hughie Jennings. He lived a full life by the time he was like 11, I think. Like,
yes. That age where like Frank Sinatra is like 25 in his movies, but he looks like he's like 70.
Yeah, like literally, he was, I think if I remember correctly, Hughie Jennings was like, he was the dude who separated coal from like rocks in the coal mine, and he was like a child, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
1869, he's working in the anthracite coal mines. He's hammering coal with a pickaxe. Kids that age these days are playing Minecraft. He was doing it for real.
Yeah.
He was called a breaker boy, which is a nice casual term for life-threatening child labor in a coal mine at age 8 or whatever. But I've tried really hard, Jon, to try to have like some transition here of like getting coal from a diamond or whatever, crushing coal into a diamond and then transitioning that into a baseball diamond. I can't do it. So anyway, he joins baseball. He becomes a professional baseball player because that's better
again, like, because it's 1800s, his biography is like, he had a hardened childhood. Now he's 24. Like, it's like, right. There's nothing there. There's like, I think there's nothing in between him going to the coal mines and being like the best shortstop in baseball. Like, it's crazy.
Where did you learn to do this? I don't know. He was just really good at throwing coal into the minecart, I guess. Yeah. So unclear where he is between the ages of 7 and 24, but he shows up and now he's a professional baseball player.
Yes.
And he is part of the 1890s Murderers Row Baltimore Orioles. And this is a team that really embodies the spirit of Baltimore, I feel like.
Like to a T. And like they have like a bunch of, I think they have like a bunch of Hall of Famers. I don't remember all of their names, but one of them had an insane name like Wee Willie, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. One like which is like nicknames in the 1800s also should not be allowed. Wee Willie is crazy.
That's just how he's known. That's his baseball reference page.
Yeah, like there's one that's
Old
like
Hoss Radbird. That's his name. He had a real name.
The only Nolan, like Home Run Baker, like these guys, like that's crazy. These were like the names they went by.
I feel like we should bring some of those back. I would like that if we could do. It's easier to remember some of these guys, you know.
Yeah, like
fantasy baseball team would be much more interesting if guys had weird nicknames.
Oh, I mean, it'd be so much more fun. Like how are they getting away with Cum Posey back in the day? Like that's what I just don't understand. Like it's just insane.
No idea. So this is, like you said, this is kind of the Wild West of baseball. It's 1891. We're kind of figuring out how things work here. You know, think about the old days of like football. They're like, oh, why did everybody run the ball even after the invention of the forward pass? And it was because, or why was like Johnny Unitas so awesome? Because his numbers weren't that good. And it was like, well, because pass interference was legal and you could just tackle the guy before he caught the ball.
Right.
And this is kind of what baseball's like. The team is like, the first baseman's like tripping guys with his foot when they're trying to round the bases. They're holding runners' belts when they're trying to steal bases. They're doing all kinds of weird stuff. Everything's just legal. Nobody cares.
Yeah, like incredible stuff. Also, like, you just realize, like, at that point, they're just a bunch of rapscallions. Like, they don't care about. They're like, oh, we're gonna play this game like in a cartoonish way, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna have fun.
It is. It's a Tom and Jerry skit. It's like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
They're just beating each other up. All this silly stuff that you see in like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They're like, dig a hole so you fall into a hole on your way to third base. Like, they probably did that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like
that's what the game was like.
That is like art imitates life. Like, that is what this is. Like Bugs at bat is like literally what baseball was in the 1800s.
Yes. They also kind of like, people don't really understand how, they're still trying to figure out how the game works. So this is the team that invents kind of small ball. They invent basically the bunt. They invent the Baltimore chop, which is where you just hammer the ball straight down onto the ground and then run to first base. And so, these are all things that we just are part of the game now, but nobody was doing this at the time. And so they're very innovative about playing baseball. And a lot of the stuff they come up with here for this team is stuff that we just take for granted now or just think about as part of the game.
Yep. I mean, the Baltimore chop is like, that's genius level as far as I'm concerned. Like, back in the take bunting out of the equation. Like, when there's no rules, if you're pulling the ball straight into the ground, like, they don't have mitts. Like, they're using like a leather sock on their hands. Like, how are they supposed to make that play? Like, it's just never going to happen.
Yeah, and the pitch wasn't coming in at 97 miles an hour, so you would just get on top of it and spike it straight down in front of home plate. It would bounce way up in the air, and then by the time anybody could field it, you were like 3/4 of the way to first base.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a genius thing that could never, like, could you imagine, like, somebody trying to do a Baltimore chop nowadays would be detrimental. Like, they'd get hit in the face. Like, it would never happen.
Yeah, they'd miss because you're swinging straight down at a ball coming at you on a horizontal plane, and then they would probably feel. I mean, you might catch them off guard the first time, and then the second time you get up, they'd bean you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're taking one right, but like you're right between the eyebrows for sure.
Which happens to Hughie too. We're going to get to that in a minute.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But we are talking about Hughie Jennings. Like you said, he comes out of nowhere, and he's an awesome player, right? He's like the greatest defensive shortstop possibly ever.
Yeah, like it's absolutely crazy. Like I'm pretty sure, again, I'm trying to remember this, like, as I briefly went over this before we did it, but he was like also like a great contact hitter, like not a home runs guy. I think he batted 300 in his career. Like, he's a great player overall. Yeah. And we'll get to all of it, but it is completely overshadowed by what can only be described, and it's perfect on Wikipedia, as a lifetime of tragic accidents. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So we'll get to it through his career first.
Okay, all right, yeah. So as a defensive shortstop, he leads the league in defensive fielding percentage 4 years in a row. He leads the league in double plays turned, putouts, range factor. He's playing like the most difficult position. And for people who like are listening to this who aren't like super fans of baseball, he's playing the most difficult position on the diamond, and he is the best. He's like the best in the league at it for many seasons. He's the all-time leader in range factor per game by a shortstop. He's with 6.16. I don't really know how they calculate that, but that seems impressive. Yeah, seems like I feel like Ozzie Smith could have probably gotten to balls that Hughie Jennings might not have been able to, but he's
yeah. You mean
I don't know how they calculate range factor, but
Ozzie Smith who would do a flip. Yeah, I think so too. Like Hughie Jennings, his lungs didn't work. Like he was in coal mines.
He breathed coal for the first 23 years of his life. He was living literally in a coal mine. And
then he got good at the game.
But he's an on base guy, right? He's a good hitter. He hits a lot of doubles. He had 3 seasons where he stole 50 plus bases. He's a career 318 hitter. He hit 401 in 1896. Jeez. He's a guy. He had an OPS of 960 in a season where he hit 0 home runs, which I think is fascinating.
Insane. I think, like, if correct me if I'm wrong. I think he played obviously a long time, but under 20 career home runs, I think. Like it's like 15 or something. Like it's not much. Not a power dude. That's not like the game was different. It's just a different game.
The game was different. Yes, no, there was not a lot of home run hitting in the 1890s. Like I said, there wasn't even fences. So you just had to keep running until somebody got the ball. And if like the next door neighbor like threw the ball back over, it was still in play, I think. But yeah, he had a season where he had a 470 OBP. Anyway, there was a secret to his on-base percentage, wasn't there?
Oh, I mean,
he had a secret weapon that helped him pad the OBP.
Hardly call it a secret. He is the record. I think he holds the record for most times hit by a pitch in a career and in a season. Is that right? Yeah. And it's
is right.
The closest ever was Craig Biggio, which think about that. It took until like the early 2000s for somebody to test this record. And this happened in like 1897 or something. Like this record of all the things that are going to withstand the test of time in baseball, Hughie Jennings being hit by a pitch like 51 times in a season it'll never be touched ever.
Yes. He led the league in being hit by a pitch. And just for the listeners, that's when you're standing up at the bat and literally it's what it sounds like. The pitcher hits you with the ball. You get to go to first base, but it hurts, right? It doesn't feel good. Yeah. He leads the league in HP in hit by pitch 5 years in a row. He's hit 27 times, 32 times, 51, then 46 and 46 again. So it's 5 years of his life where he's just getting beamed. I think like every 3 games or 4 games he's getting hit with a pitch.
That's crazy.
He's the single season leader in being hit by a pitch. He was hit 51 times in 1896 and he only played 130 games. They play 162 game seasons now. He didn't play what would be considered a full season now.
Right.
His 46 hit by pitch in a season is third on the all-time list, and he did it twice. And like you said, he's the career hit by pitch leader. He's been hit by he's got the major league record for the most times hit by a pitch in his career. 287 times he was hit.
That's crazy.
And he only played 1,284 games. Like you said, Craig Biggio came close. Craig Biggio was hit 3 or 4 times less than Hughie Jennings, but Craig Biggio also played 1,600 more games than he did.
Insane. Like it is insane. Like 200 times in like 5 years is wild. Like that's crazy. Statistically, like it's like, why are they always hitting him? Especially for a guy who stole bases. And then you're like the stories are like, he was the one, again, the pitcher hit him in the head and he collapsed, right? But or he finished the game and then collapsed. Like he's been hit. Yes. He was hit so many times. It's insane.
It's insane. Like, do you have a death wish? Was this a strategy? Was he just like, we learned how we invented bunting, but now we can invent crowding the plate and just getting hit with the ball so we can get on base. I don't feel like that's a good trade-off.
Like, was that what I was joking, like you try to do it now, you get hit in the face, but like, was the Baltimore chop pissing people off so much that he was just doing it that it's like, bam, like every single time?
You're just talking so much smack to the pitcher that he keeps getting hit, just making fun of him until breaking all the unspoken rules of baseball so he keeps getting hit so he can pad his stats.
Yeah, like I also think a lot about like with him specifically in this like getting hit by pitches constantly is like obviously with baseball now there's a certain level of like guys throwing really fast. Like you said, it hurts. How fast were they throwing? Like he's getting hit so many times. like you think he'd break a rib, but like he never really gets hurt other than the hit in the head and collapse and he was unconscious. But like he never gets like hurt. He hurts himself at some point, I think. Mm-hmm. But like that has nothing to do with getting hit by pitches.
So they do pitch slower back then, right? These aren't 99 mile an hour fastballs. The average pitching was like significantly slower in the dead ball era. But I mean, I played Little League and I did not like getting hit with those pitches. Those were probably coming in at like 50 miles an hour, right? Maybe 60. Yeah. Like the toughest kids like Little League could pitch maybe at 60. And man, that was not fun to get hit then either. So
true.
They say that when he'd get hit, I mean, he's just this tough coal miner guy, right? They just don't make people like this. The story goes that when he would get hit, he wouldn't rub the spot where he got hit. If he got nailed in the arm, like he wouldn't just kind of like rub it and like walk it off and shake it off. He would just walk to first base. Like it didn't hurt.
His body was just calloused like the fingers of a guitar player. Like he just like he was so used to it. He was like, all right, another day at the job. Beats coal mining.
When you first start to play volleyball, you get those bruises on your arm because your arm's not used to the impact. And he was just like, if there's a season where I don't get hit by 30 pitches, it's gonna I'm gonna lose the toughness to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's like, just keep hitting. Like I never want to stop getting hit.
So I train my body. I when I go home, some old timey bare knuckle boxer just punches me in the ribs. And so. Yeah, like you said, this is old school, so you're like, oh, maybe it didn't hurt that bad. But like you did allude to the one game where he gets hit in the head and he goes down, he gets up, he walks to first base, he finishes the game. And then after the game's over, he collapses and goes into a coma for 3 days.
Like, again, would never happen now. Like, would never happen. Like, his career is so full of, this is why baseball back then was crazy, because when you think about the things that happened in his career, they not only would never happen now, if they did, these people would never be allowed to play baseball again. Like they just would never be allowed to. Like he'd be in concussion protocol. Like he'd be getting, like that's CTE.
No, yeah, exactly. Like you'd have a manager running out there. Like if they kept him in the game and he went down, like he almost died. He was in a coma for 3 days. And you would have had like, I don't know, the manager would have gotten fired or something, right? He was sued the league. The story goes, the guy that hit him was Amos Russi from the New York Giants, and he was batting for the Orioles. And they say that the injury, like he was kind of known for crowding the plate. He gets hit in the head in the first inning, finishes the game, then collapses. It goes to the hospital is in a coma for 3 days. They say that this is part of the reason why they moved the mound back to 60 feet, 6 inches. They say like this injury like contributes to they were like, maybe the pitching mound's too close to the plate.
So you're saying he's an innovator. Like he's
an innovator, yeah.
So we all know, like we didn't even know collectively Hughie Jennings. Like I did because I'm a freak. But like the general public doesn't know who this person is. This guy he's the leader in career hit by pitches, is the reason the mound is where it is now, 100 years later plus. And we haven't even scratched the surface on his impact, like of the wider game.
Right. Yes. And he's the career range factor per game leader for shortstops. Which
whatever that means. Like that. Like,
whatever that means. Yeah.
Cool. Still
how did
insane.
they measure this when there isn't? How do they measure this when there isn't video of these games?
Nobody knows. Like it's the same thing as like Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. There's no video of it. It's like you could tell me anything. You know,
I learned recently that when Wilt Chamberlain scored that 100 points, it was the season that he was shooting free throws under granny style.
That's crazy. That's disgusting.
Awesome, right?
Yeah, I love and hate that.
Yeah, he apparently improved his free throw shooting percentage by like 15% or something, and then went back to shooting regular after because he was like, I don't know, people were making fun of me.
Oh my God.
You scored 100 points in a game, you should just keep doing that.
That's so funny.
Okay, so while all of this is happening, he's playing with the Orioles. He's having a very successful career in baseball standards. He's also in the offseason going to law school at Cornell, which Ivy League, fancy. Nothing bad can happen at Cornell, though, right?
I know what happens at Cornell, but for the people listening, maybe not.
Do you want to tell the story about the swimming pool?
Yeah, I'll try to. Let me try to get it right off the top of my head. So he was obviously, like you said, he's practicing law or trying to practice law. So he's at Cornell, and he went to go swimming at night. He dove headfirst into the swimming pool, only to find out that the pool was completely empty, and he cracked his head open, and that's all I remember off the top of my head. But yeah, pretty crazy.
Yep. So he is at apparently he's not drunk. I looked this up and they're very confident that he was not drunk. It was dark. It was nighttime. He was in the Cornell auditorium and he did like a dive into a swimming pool, but there was no water in it. And he broke both his wrists and his head.
In 1890 something. Like this is not modern medicine either. Like that's
right, exactly. Yeah, you get sick and you die at this time period, right? You break your arm and you just get gangrene. You have to get it like amputated and stuff.
He broke both wrists and his skull. Like that.
Broke his skull and broke his wrists. He went to practice the next day.
Oh my God.
No, not practice. He went to class the next day because he was still at law school. So he went to class the next day and he was ready. It was in the off season and he was ready to play opening day baseball.
Could you imagine sitting next to him and he's like, hey, could you take notes for me? And you're like, what the hell? He's like, what is wrong with your hands? And you're bleeding from your head.
And your eyes and your ears.
Yeah, like what is going on? And people are probably like, just like, he's fine. It's fine. Well, it can only be bad if you go to the doctor.
It'll probably be fine. I'll just walk it off. Just pretend it doesn't hurt. And then you get hit with a bunch of pitches the next season.
Like, worst case snenario for him is the saying walk it off because that was all upper body injuries. So like he could just he felt like, okay, yeah, walk it off. It'll be fine. And he was like, yeah, I'm cool. Like I can't see anything, but I'm fine.
And then a few years after this, in 1911, December of 1911, he has a carriage accident. And that sounds very old timey, but the story is that he was given a car. Stuff. Yeah, this is 1911. He was given a car. This is like the early days, like Model T kind of era with the open tops and stuff, the big wheels. He gets one of these cars and he's like, this is awesome. So he's driving it probably like a maniac at night in Goldsboro, Pennsylvania. And he goes over the slick bridge. The car crashes, slides, goes into the Lehigh River. He fractures his skull, breaks both his legs, breaks an arm, and nearly drowns. But he manages to swim out.
Like, this is like when people make the joke, that's when men were men. Like, this is what they're talking about. Like, he is, this man was fighting for his life for 50 years of living. He was in the mines and he was in accidents. And when he was playing a game, he was getting hit by baseballs. He knew no peace.
They knew no peace, yes. Yeah, I feel like a real man because, like, I'll be like, stand back, honey. I'm going to call AAA. You know?
Like, his car flips off a bridge into a river. He breaks his skull, breaks his legs, almost drowns, swims out. And, like, at the end, he's like, that was close. Like, you know what I mean?
These cars, somebody should invent seatbelts.
Seriously.
Yeah, so he has 3 skull fractures in 9 years. He still gets his law degree, starts practicing law, manages the Cornell baseball team, and ends his career as a 42 WAR player.
Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Times with a pitch. 287 times with a pitch.
And we haven't talked about, like, he's a great baseball player. He's a great baseball player. But you mentioned in the beginning, he also managed the best Tigers team literally ever. So like,
right. And we're gonna definitely get to that. we're gonna take one more break, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into the managerial career because this is only half of his story. After all of that brain injury, you'd think maybe he would just take it easy, but he does not.
Bonjour, compadre. It's the
Priceline Negotiator.
How do I negotiate so many great travel deals? My greatest gadget, the Priceline app. It's got hotel deals, flight deals, rental car deals, all of those deals in a bundle. Deals, game day deals, concert trip deals. No one deals more deals than Priceline. Hold your horses, there's more. The app lets you filter hotels by neighborhood, vibe, star level, and amenities like pools and spas and beachfronts and... Wait, I'm not done. Stop cutting me off.
Priceline!
Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come step into centuries of history that await in Scotland. Castles steeped in legend, walk along cobblestone streets. Come share the warmth of stories passed down through generations. This is a place with a past that is fully present today and all yours to explore. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
Folks knew the Colonel approved of his new honey chili crisp and jalapeno ranch sauces the moment he tasted them and said... That's right. No notes. Just absolute silence. Turns out some flavors don't need explaining. They just need dipping. It's saucy season at KFC with new honey chili crisp and jalapeno ranch. Get dipping with a boneless bucket today.
Prices and participation vary.
All right, welcome back. We're here with Jon Franklin. And Jon, we mentioned right before the break, Hughie Jennings has had a very colorful career, falling into things and injuring himself and getting hit with pitches. And after his playing career is over, he decides he's going to become a manager. And he becomes a manager of the Detroit Tigers. And the star player of the Detroit Tigers is Ty Cobb, the Georgia Peach. He sounds nice.
If you know what, hey, you've been doing it all episode. For those of you who don't know anything about baseball, Ty Cobb is the worst human to ever play baseball.
He's the most horrible human being you could possibly imagine. The Georgia Peach is an ironic nickname.
Yeah, like very colorful racist man. Like he's just a horrible guy.
I mean, he hated everybody, if that helps.
Everybody. He like Ty Cobb. You could do a whole other episode on Ty Cobb for
sure.
a litany of reasons. But yeah, he was the only person. Again, Hughie Jennings, everybody talks about Ty Cobb. Nobody talks about how Hughie Jennings is the only person who is ever capable of managing that man. Ever.
Yes. Ty Cobb at some point lists Hughie Jennings as one of only 3 human beings he can stand. Cobb would get extra, he wanted extra long, extra sharp spikes on his cleats so that when he was sliding into second base, he could kick the second baseman with spikes, with like daggers, basically.
Yep. He
tells you most of what you need to know about him.
He went to the stands and beat the hell out of somebody.
Yes, he does. He does do that. So when Hughie takes over, he's got Ty Cobb, who is, as much as he's a raging prick, he's also the greatest player, one of the greatest players in baseball history. They win 3 pennants with the Tigers. They go to the World Series 3 times. He doesn't win any, but he goes to all 3. He goes to 3 World Series in a row. And let's talk about Ty Cobb jumping into the stands.
Please.
In 1912, Ty Cobb is being heckled by a dude in the stands. He goes up into the crowd in the middle of the game and starts pummeling this guy. The guy goes down. He starts kicking him with his spiked cleats. And the audience around him are like, stop kicking this guy's ass. He has no hands. He lost his hands in an industrial accident.
It's a great
he has no
quote.
Hands.
Ty Cobb about to give the best quote of all time.
You want to do it?
No, go for it. Go for it.
It says, I don't care if he has no feet.
Yeah, it's just like this is an asshole. Like this guy sucks. Could you imagine Aaron Judge?
Yeah, and I mean, in Ty Cobb's defense, like, you probably shouldn't talk a bunch of shit if you have no hands and can't fight back. But also, you really can't go into the stands and start pummeling people. Ty Cobb is suspended indefinitely from baseball. And the Baltimore Orioles or the Detroit Tigers, the rest of his team hates him. Like, these guys don't, like, his team hates him because he's a humongous raging asshole.
Right.
But
he's an ass.
But they're like, okay, we have to show solidarity for our team. So they say, okay, no Cobb, no play. We're not going to play. We're going on strike until you reinstate Ty Cobb. The league responds by saying, all right, we're going to charge you $5,000 a game fine. And this is back at the time when, like, you could buy a house for like $38 or something, right? In 1912. And so $5,000 game fine, which is, I don't know, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's money. I didn't look it up. But, the guys are still not going to play. Now, the owner of the Detroit Tigers, he's the one that's got to pay that fine. He goes to Hughie Jennings, his manager, and says, I'm not going to forfeit these games. And Hughie's like, I can't make these guys play. And he's like, all right, you got to put together a team to play these games then.
The pickups.
So he's got to find a team to play a game against the Philadelphia A's in Pennsylvania. He doesn't know anybody or anything. So Hughie goes to a local sports writer and is like, do you know anybody who can play baseball?
Yeah. It's crazy.
And they put out an ad for people to come join and play for the Detroit Tigers for a day.
And like, which is unbelievable because I'm pretty sure like Hughie Jennings had said to Ty Cobb, literally do whatever you want to do. Like, I support you, but I also have to do my job. So he was like, if you're going to do this, keep doing it, but I got to figure out a way to play. And like the people that he got to play were called the pickups. I remember this. And they were just like a bunch of dudes, and none of them could really play. So at a certain point, Jennings just decides he's going to play.
Yeah.
He goes up to like, I think it might've been maybe one time, but I remember the quote. Cause again, like this is the stuff that sticks in my brain. He goes up to the umpire. The umpire says, who are you batting for? And Jennings says, none of your business. So in the umpire's card, he wrote Jennings batting for exercise. which is unbelievable.
It's amazing, right? Yes. Yeah. So the team that he puts together, the pickups, are made up of St. Joe's college team, St. Joseph's College. They were a college team that had lost to another college team earlier in the week. 2 amateur boxers, a guy with one leg, like whatever, you're a Detroit Tiger now. The starting pitcher was a college kid named Alan Travers who had never played a game of baseball in his life. He signed up because the team was offering $25 for a pitcher and $10 for position players. So he was like, fine, I'll pitch. He throws a complete game. Gives up 26 hits, walks 7, strikes out 1, and retires from baseball that afternoon with a career whip of 4.13.
Hell
which
yeah.
Is bad.
That's
which is very
awesome.
bad. He gave up all 24 runs in a 24-2 defeat. It's still the major league record for the most runs allowed in a single game by one pitcher.
I love it. I love it so much, dude. Like, again, it could never happen today. Like, even if there was a strike, that would never happen.
That would never happen. You would never just pick some dude up off the street and make him throw 8 innings. You were right. So like when he's so tired from all of this pitching that when it's his turn to bat in the top of the 8th or top of the 9th, Hughie is the manager. He's 43 years old. He pinch hits himself in for the pitcher because he's like, whatever, you're done. Like we're not going to play the bot. You know, like it's not going to 10.
Sit down.
And so that's when the umpire's like, who are you hitting for? And he was like, shut up.
None of your business is like the best response. It's like it specifically is his business. Like he has to know that information.
It's so good. It's so awesome. And so they lose, and the game is such an embarrassment that the league reinstates Ty Cobb because they don't want to have any more games like this because it's bad for baseball. So it's actually kind of genius what he did.
It worked out great. Like that's exactly what he was supposed to do. And like again, nobody remembers Hughie Jennings. This is a guy who, without Hughie Jennings, Ty Cobb might never play baseball again.
Right.
Think about that. That's crazy.
Pretty awesome. So, John, in your professional opinion, do you think this pickups team could have beaten the 03 Tigers that year they won 40 games? Or would Delman Young have teed off on Alan Travers?
I think Delman Young for sure tees off on him, like without question. But like that being said, like the final score might have been like 58-22. Like it would have been a football score. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the pickups put 2 runs on the Philadelphia A's, right? That's something.
Who at the time the Philadelphia A's are probably as good as any baseball club that's playing.
They said they were only down 6-0 after like 5 innings, which was kind of like a coup. But then he gave up the other 19 runs in the final 3 innings.
Is there something to like you know when a position player goes in a game nowadays and it's like, again, it's not 100 miles an hour to like 40, but like it must be so difficult to judge what some guy off the street who's never pitched before is throwing when you're so used to like a professional athlete. Even at the time, it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. He doesn't have the same release point every time. Everything's weird. The ball's coming at weird angles. Yeah, like you said, they throw those big, giant, like slow pitch softball.
Yeah, like
remember
the
Rookie of the Year at the end when he throws the slow pitch to the.
Yeah, you got to float it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's weird. It's probably coming at a weird angle. They're just like, what is this? It's so unpredictable. You can't expect whether is this going to come in hard? Is it coming in soft? I've never swung at a pitch this slow before. Is it a ball?
Exactly. And like the thing is, like you're sitting there, right? Like talking about that matchup, like 03 versus this. Obviously, the 03 Tigers wax them, but at a certain point, the 03 Tigers are sitting there going, "Wait, this actually happened? They let this." They let this go on? Like, that's just great. Why are we letting that happen?
Let's add a wrinkle to this. Let's make them play using 1912 rules.
My God.
With the leather gloves and stuff.
Oh, my God. Well, then, at that point, like, oh, my gosh. Yeah, that might be close. It might be close. They don't have
we have to give them pick up some advantage here.
Like, guys in 03 had no idea to catch a fly ball with, like, their bare hands. That's crazy.
They'd still wax them. I think you're right.
Yeah, it wouldn't
it's just
actually
funny to dunk on the 03 Tigers because
it's worth the time.
All right, so he he manages the Tigers, and then towards the end, he's a third base coach under for the Giants under John McGraw, who's another Hall of Fame manager.
Legend.
And he's not managing anymore, but he's a third base coach. And he does this thing that we haven't talked about yet, but if you ever look up a picture of Hughie Jennings, he's always in this kind of like leg up, arms out, looks like he's doing some kind of like cheerleading pose. And he would do this. He would stay on the sideline and he would throw grass at like the third baseman and the pitcher. And he would yell like, "Yeah!" He would get up on one leg and throw his arms up in the air and he would yell, "Yeah!" He would do it while the pitcher was pitching to like distract the pitcher and stuff. But there's something that's weird. That's a weird thing worth mentioning.
Yeah. I mean, like I think Wikipedia calls it the EI years, like when he's coaching. Like he would do crazier stuff than that though. Like he would like whip himself around, like gyrate his body, they say. Like it's like that is what I mean when I say baseball back then, like just guys being dudes. Like you ever play a drinking game with your friends and you don't want them to like make a cup in beer pong? What do? You put your hand over the cup, yell crazy things at them. This guy he's doing that at third base. Yes.
Yeah. My brother had a beer pong tournament at his house one year where he was like teams and he had to dress up in like a similar costume or whatever. But it was all red cups and he put the front cup as a blue cup. And there were no blue cups anywhere. And I was just like, I'm not the kind of person that can handle that. I was like, Clay, because I was going to play against him and we were like the semis or something. And I was like, he's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, but he's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, well, you put it on the front. That's like the hardest one. He's like, I know what I did. It's like, there's not even any blue cups in this whole house. This is stupid. This should be illegal. He's like, that's my house. So that's the rules. And I lost because I kept trying to knock that one cup out. And I couldn't hit in your head the whole time. Couldn't do it. Right. That's Hughie Jennings. He wins 2 World Series as a third base coach for the Giants in 21 and 22. And yes, he is that. He's screaming and yelling. In all those pictures of him doing that, he like looks like he loves the game. He looks happy. For a guy who's been beamed and had his skull cracked and grew up in a coal mine, like he looks like a happy guy playing baseball. And he's like always wearing like these ornate old sweaters. Like he's never wearing like baseball stuff. Like he's always he's wearing like cardigans and pullovers and like he's got like a cute little hat on. It's like this is like. Like George Costanza's like they got to change the material that baseball players play in Seinfeld. Like right. They needed to do that 100 years before that. Like Hughie Jennings it's July and he's in like a sweater. Like it's crazy. Right. Yeah. There's a picture of him like where he's got a bell. He would sit in the dugout and just ring a bell to like cheer for his guys, but also to like heckle the other team. That's awesome. I've never seen that great. One. Yeah, it's great. I don't know. He was just he was a cheerleader for his guys and they all loved him. Even Ty Cobb, who hated everybody except for him and 2 other people in the world. And then, he just messed with the other team. The other team probably didn't like him because he got hit 287 times with a baseball. But there you go. That's how the game's played. He, like I said, he wins 2 World Series with the Giants as third base coach. He eventually, his health declines. He contracts tuberculosis and meningitis at the same time. And he dies in 1928. He's 58 years old, but if you see a picture of him towards the end of his life, he looks like he's about 90 because that's just how people aged back then. True. Yep. And that's and then, he was a great player. He was a great manager. He is inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1945, which I think he's a good. When you look at Baseball Reference does that thing where like, how likely is this guy to get into the Hall of Fame? And his numbers are like pretty low for that. But man, he's crazy enough. This is an interesting enough story. He did enough good things for baseball that I think he deserves to be there. That's the thing where like, nowadays, baseball is basically just numbers and championships and awards, and you're in or out, and it's very black and white. Besides, like the steroid guys, will they get in? Won't they get in? Then, like when you think, like see the guys who got in, then like it's not numbers because it can't be. Like stats just don't exist like that back then. Like when he was playing, you have to think about like how long was he playing for? Like, did he have an impact on the game? Like, what impact did he have on the game? And like, as funny and as outrageous as this guy was, you could argue he's like one of the more impactful guys
to be a part of baseball in the late 1800s into the early 1900s.
Right. And he was responsible for the mound moving back.
The mound moving back, like on base
he
percentage.
Got Ty Cobb to play more seasons of baseball.
Exactly. Like you think about like what on base percentage means to the game now, like getting hit by a pitch matters. Like it's silly to say, like, but him getting hit by a pitch 280 something times, it means something. Like those are valuable at bats.
His on base that season that he got hit 51 times, it was 470.
That's insane.
It's like almost every other time he got up to the plate, he got on base. And then he stole like crazy. I think that's the season he stole 60 bases.
And then you think about like, you know, the saying is like, if you hit the ball 3 out of every 10 times, what does it make you a Hall of Famer? It's like he batted 300 too. He said 318, right. I think you said, like his career average. Like, and he was over 40 in career WAR. Like, I know nowadays, like that mark to get in the Hall of Fame is much, much higher. Like people say it's like upwards of 80, like it's like a lock to get you in. But for a guy playing like the way he did, like over 40 with like less than 20 career home runs, reason the mound changed, coached 2 World Series teams, made it to like 5 total. That's a Hall of Famer. Regardless of how you cut it, even if he dove headfirst into his empty swimming.
If Hughie Jennings played today, how many games do you think he would be suspended for in a single season?
Oh my God. I don't even think he'd make it through. If he was leaning into pitches that many times, like he might not even make it through one. But I don't think he'd ever, like he would never get suspended for doing anything bad. He was just annoying.
That's true.
You know, like I think he makes it like, he's like what would be like a harmless utility guy nowadays. Like, you know, in the movie Major League, when they send Dorn up to get hit by the pitch and he won't get on first base, like that would be Hughie Jennings' role. Like he wouldn't be like the pinch runner to steal bases. He'd be the pinch hitter and get on base. And that'd be awesome. We don't have that.
That'd be cool. So when we do Badass of the Week, I kind of like to end everything by saying, what's the lesson that we learned from the story of Hughie Jennings here? Like what do we learn from him that we can apply to our own lives?
Oh,
to make us more badass?
I mean,
this one's hard. Do not jump headfirst into a swimming pool. It's not getting multiple concussions is not something that we recommend on the show.
We don't condone self-harm. Like
yes,
but like the thing is, like if you really want to boil it down to something like that's actually a tangible lesson, it's like that dude got knocked down more than anybody I can ever imagine in 58 years of living, and just kept doing what he loved. Like he did not care.
That's a really good one.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
a really good point.
Kept getting up, was a baseball manager, baseball player, third base coach, got old and died. And I bet you if you could like talk to him now, he'd be like, it was the best, like it was 58 years, but it was awesome. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like forget about the coal mine in the beginning. I got to play baseball and be a part of baseball forever. I don't care about all the injuries and crazy shit that I went through because I just kept getting to do what I loved.
Yeah, that's it. Keep doing what you love and, you know, keep getting back up. That's a great one. I love it.
Especially now, man. Like people are more willing to knock you down than ever, with or without a baseball. So if you got a dream, people are willing to chop it. So like, if that's what we're going to take away from the life and times of Hughie Jennings, I think that's a pretty good lesson for everybody to take home on a Friday afternoon. You know what I mean?
That's right. Getting hit 287 times, get up to bat 288th time.
Exactly. I love that.
All right, Jon, thank you so much for coming on. It was awesome telling the story with you. I'm really happy that you were able to come talk to us today.
Oh, dude, thank you for having me. Like, I love doing this stuff. Like, I love talking about the history of any sport, but getting to go through the whole lore of Hughie Jennings was a great way to start my weekend. So thanks for having me, man. This was a blast.
Definitely. Where can people find you online if they want to get more weird baseball facts?
Yeah, weird baseball and a lot of comedy, like sports stuff in general. You can find me on Instagram at _Jon Franklin __. I'll never be the only one. But if you search Jon Franklin, you'll find me. Jon Franklin Comedy on TikTok, Jon Franklin on YouTube. We're hopefully going to start going on the road doing some stand-up too. So you can find me anywhere on social media. You'll see my dates there. You can join my mailing list and all of my links in bio. But yeah, we're doing it all and we're having fun and we're talking sports. So we're trying new things and keeping it different. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And if you're interested in sports in a weird way, I'm your guy.
All right. I searched Jon Franklin baseball and all your stuff came up. So
Jon Franklin baseball works. That's crazy because I figured there would be a Jon Franklin baseball player. There's a football player, but I guess no baseball.
Maybe there is, but like I just assumed the baseball reference page was either your short-lived career or that I hadn't heard of, or like
the short-lived career did not exist. So that's somebody else will take it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for being on. And thanks to all of you out there for listening to this episode. We do this every week. So if you enjoyed this, please do subscribe to our channel and come back and check us out next week with another one. Until then, don't jump into any empty swimming pools and stay badass. Badass of the Week is produced by High Five Content and $7 Productions. Executive producers are Dwayne Johnson, Danny Garcia, Andrew Jacobs, Hiram Garcia, Brian Gewirtz, Frankie Chaparino, and of course, me, Ben Thompson. Writing is by me and my semi-regular but always awesome co-host, Dr. Patricia Larish. Story editing by Ian Jacobs. Our mixing, music, and sound design is done by the incomparable Jude Brewer. Production support by Jean McGale-Waite. Badass of the Week is based on my website, badassoftheweek.com, where you can read all sorts of stories about other badasses. If you want to reach out with questions or ideas, you can email us at badasspodcast@badassoftheweek.com. If you like this podcast, please subscribe, follow, listen, tell your friends, and tell your enemies. And please leave us a review. If you want to support Badass of the Week, please check out our Patreon page. We'll be back next week with another one.